PFF is running one of their biggest sales ever. 40% off a PFF Plus subscription right now using the promo code BLACKFRIDAY. That means that you get everything fully unlocked. You get the grades, you get the stats, you get all the fantasy advice, the betting advice, which our new player prop tool is available on web as well to make you a smarter, better. You've got all of the draft analysis, the free agency analysis, all of that great stuff. Subscribe.pff.com to get 40% off a year-long PFF Plus subscription. Get it now. Raiders and the Chargers, before we get to the Friday and Thursday game. This is the last Sunday game that we're talking about here. Chargers win the game. 31-14 is the final score here. Top 5 graded players that we have for the Los Angeles Chargers. Running back Kamani Vidal, top of the list with an 83.9. Edge rusher Khalil Mack with an 82.9. Edge rusher Toli Tuipulotu with an 80.7. Wide receiver Trey Harris, a 79.3. And then defensive tackle Deshaun Hand with a 76.7. Justin Herbert in this game, a 61.1. On the Raiders side of things, tight end Brock Bowers an 87.4, safety Jeremy Chin an 87.0, cornerback Kyu Blu Kelly with a 78.4, linebacker Jamal Adams a 73.6, center Alex Kappa with a 66.9, and then Geno Smith in this game a 56.2. Dalton, it gives me no joy to say that the Raiders are now basically just the same thing on both sides of the ball. On the defense, you have Max Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
And that is it. And on offense, you have Brock Bowers. And that is it.
Yep.
And I really hate that for this team because they've had to sit here and watch their defense be Max Crosby and Max Crosby get basically no help for the last 5 years. And now we're sitting here where the offense has regressed to the point where it is just Brock Bowers. Ashton Jeanty, I think he is incredibly talented. He's not a difference maker for them right now. He is not in his rookie year. Now, can he do it alone? The offensive line's an issue. The lack of pass game is a compliment. Like all of these are true and they go into it. But Jeanty himself has not been as good as I thought he would be right out of the gate getting into the NFL. So he has not been as good as I thought he was going to be. The offensive line is obviously banged up and not playing together. The offensive philosophy between what they wanted the pass game to be and Geno Smith to be with Chip Kelly versus Pete Carroll, like all of this was just very clearly never going to work because it just does not seem like there was any cohesiveness at all whatsoever. It feels like John Spytek put the team together. Chip Kelly was brought in to call plays, but it's only Pete Carroll. Like Pete Carroll wants to run his offense, he wants to run his defense, he wants to play his players, and it's just there's not a lot of cohesiveness right now. And to me, that shows up on the field. Jeanty has a 2.1 yards per carry average in this game. If Jeanty doesn't average at least 3.5 yards a carry, I'll tell you that the Raiders probably lost by double digits. And that's what happened in this game. Brock Bowers had one of the craziest touchdown catches that you'll see this year. I can't even say this week because the Traylon Burks catch was also insane.
And the Puka Nacua one.
And the Puka Nacua catch was also insane. That's why I said one of the craziest catches that you'll see all year. Didn't matter. Didn't even come close to mattering.
No.
They got more than doubled up in this game. The Raiders right now are 2 players. Max Crosby, Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And Jeanty, I just feel bad for him because this team, I mean, you've got Stone Forsythe starting at left tackle. Trev, the last 2 games, you know they've had starting at center?
It's Kappa, right?
Alex Kappa.
Yeah.
He never played center in his career before these last 2 games. And he's starting at center for this team.
Buccaneer great.
Buccaneer great, Super Bowl champion.
At guard.
Yes, at guard, not at center.
Yeah.
But, you know. But, I mean, this
They're
is...
still playing JPJ at guard?
Well, he's hurt right now.
Okay, so he's hurt right now. Okay.
Because
I know Meredith got hurt.
Meredith is hurt. JPJ is hurt. They're starting at right guard. Well, Antonio Mafi. I'm not sure which one started. Antonio Mafi. I think Caleb Rogers started this game and might have got hurt.
Hey. They actually played him.
They actually played him.
Good for them.
Right. Or is it? Yeah, no, I mean, this is the same as the last 2 games we just talked about. The Chargers had no reason to respect this team. Here's the fun stats on the Raiders offense, all right? Those 2 touchdown drives. They got 2 touchdowns from Brock Bowers. Those 2 drives, they had 131 yards. All right, cool. 2 good drives. The rest of the game, 8 other drives, they had 25 yards on 8 other drives. And the craziest part is there was a different Bowers catch where he gained 27 yards. Think about that. Other than that one play, those 8 drives got -2 yards.
I'm letting that breathe because that was a good one.
Yeah, they're moving backwards.
That's what negative means.
Legitimately,
I'm telling you,
backwards.
man, they are two players.
And if you're
on a 53-man roster, they are two players.
And if you're the
I've never seen it quite like this.
And if you're the Chargers, I don't blame you. Just like the Bills, same thing. Mm-hmm. Chargers ran the ball 43 times in this game.
Why not?
Exactly. Why not? Just kill the clock at that point.
Right.
As long as you don't turn the ball over, you're good. Yeah. Kamani Vidal, most impressive guy. Absolutely. Because I'll tell you this about him. 126 yards in this game. Trevor, 124 of them after contact. It's not like the Chargers' offensive line is any good right now with all their injuries, but they make it happen. Right. He forced 11 missed tackles.
Yeah.
How about it? I mean, but it's the same idea of just this opponent's offense is so bad that we can just kind of milk the clock, and as long as we just throw up a couple scores up there, and you could basically the most casual 17-point win you'll ever get in your life.
Yeah, that's how it felt. That's how these Raiders
the only other problem is now you've got Justin Herbert with a broken bone in his left hand that he's going to have to play through. But that's also life behind this offensive line,
You just wear the big glove.
You just wear the big glove, yeah.
The big glove again.
Yeah. Trey Lance came in this game for a little bit.
He did.
Looked respectable. That's
all you need to do against the Raiders, unfortunately.
When you're a backup.
I'm not trying to be overly harsh on the Raiders, but like we talked about Mike Tomlin. Maybe it's time. Pete Carroll. It might be. We are getting very close to a one and done.
I don't think we could have drawn up a worst case scenario for the Raiders.
I agree. I was bullish on I liked the Raiders. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs, but I thought they were going to be a competitive team. And now we're at the point where Pete clashed so much with what Chip Kelly was doing as the play caller that he installed, and he's clearly clashing so much with the players that John Spytek drafted to be on this team that how do you bring him back? You cannot bring back the lack of continuity between the front office and the coaching staff. It's not even results. You can't bring back this continuity for another year. It's not even like, we're working together. It's just we're turning over the roster. We'll execute better next year. You're not even playing the guys that you drafted. Anyways.
And the more I think about this, because I wanted to see the draft order real quick while you were talking. Mm-hmm. They're picking fourth right now based on strength of schedule, tiebreakers, things like that.
Yeah.
They could be picking second. If they're in the top five, they're taking a quarterback. Gino's gone.
Well, like we talked about this last week. We did the Fixing the Raiders podcast on NFLSE. Gino's contract is kind of tricky for him to just be gone.
$18 million, but when you consider that's like call it your quarterback budget, then fine.
But at that,
just eat $18 million at that point.
But what I'm saying is that like if you've got to eat $18 million, you kind of might as well just have him on the roster because then you don't have to start the rookie that you draft immediately. So you could start Gino, and maybe he starts 2 games for you. Maybe he starts 4. Maybe he starts 7. Maybe he starts 12.
Start O'Connell then. I think if Pete Carroll's gone, Gino's gone. That's his guy.
I think that there's a reality, but also I just think that it's worth looking at, like, if you're going to pay all of this money on dead cap anyways to cut him, if you believe in him at all whatsoever, you just keep him and let him be a bridge guy.
Kind of hard to believe in him either. It's been outside of week 1, it's been bad.
But that's all I'm saying. It's like I think a lot of people look at Geno Smith and they go, "Oh, he's off the roster for sure." And I think there's a path where he is still on the roster. You just very clearly have another quarterback that's there. If you're not going to draft a rookie, yeah, you probably are getting rid of him because you're not going to. I'm just throwing out this name just because. Like, you're not getting Mac Jones and then also keeping Geno. At that point, you would get rid of Geno. But if you're drafting a quarterback, there's a world where he's still on the roster next year just to be a bridge guy for you. But there has to just be massive changes next year for sure. And he's Pete's guy. So if Pete goes, it's realistic to think that Geno could also go here.